Yes, me too. I just hit record and now we'll go live on YouTube. As per usual, we are actually live now, but I don't know why it's such a delay. And I've actually even had one viewer tell me she was as far as 15 minutes behind. While watching live, which I thought was very interesting.
Sometimes what happens, and I know we're live and they're listening to this, but sometimes when you go out of it and you come back in, you've lost that time. So you've got to either move that up or you stay where you were when you came back. That has happened. I've noticed that. So that can cause the lag during, because you don't always come back to the live spot. You have to look at the bar across the bottom on YouTube as far as that goes.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. Well, yes, we are live now. So
hi, everybody.
My name is Sheila Corona. Welcome to my channel, Corona Rising. And I'm so fortunate because I'm having the opportunity to have a little catch-up session with my friend, Julia Stubbe, the Galactic channel. I'm so glad you could join me today because we were going to try to do this about a week ago and I just couldn't.
Yeah, it was a while ago and then I got tied up last week. So it's actually like 2 weeks ago, but it's just always good to connect and talk about interesting things and just see. So if you're out there, say hi in the comments so we know you're there. Because
yes, please
it's
do.
Always great. But we can have a conversation with or without you, but we would rather have you with you.
Absolutely. So, I understand. But first of all, there's something I'd like to call to everyone's attention because you do a free healing session once a month on your channel that is open for everyone. And I got the opportunity this last time to join you for the first time live. I'd never been able to do that before because I'd never been able to catch you live.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I usually do it the 12th of the month, and last month I was doing some self-healing, so I didn't do it in June. So I did in July, and next month I'll be traveling, so I'm going to do it on August 18th at 3 o'clock Eastern time, and it's available on both my Facebook pages live, and it's also available on my YouTube channel live, and then you can get the recording on YouTube afterwards. But so I'd like to hear your experience, Sheila, and what you thought of it.
Well, I got to be honest with you. You are really good at what you do, but I was not in the right place at all. All I could do was be present. And I wasn't even able to, relax in some way. And I'm not quite certain why. There's been the energies have been so wild for me personally lately.
And what was interesting was, and it was different for me this time when I did this last one. First of all, it was a lot more messages, but there was healing codes in the messages. But the energy was different. And it's like, I see if I can say this the right way without. But sometimes when you get someone on in the group, because we all play in the energy of the group, and I found energetically there was some kind of attachment or something that I had after the whole thing. And it was someone who just, I would say it was a young male, little immature. So if you would know who you are, but was playing with the energy because he could, but he really didn't know what he was doing. And it might have, I like pushed it out during, but I had to really analyze it afterwards. So I have to look at that for future stuff because it's like, I've really opened myself up when I do stuff like that because I'm a channel. It's like I connect to source, I connect to the planet. And so, and once I'm in it, it's hard for me to discern what's going on the outside. So it could have been somebody that came in like afterwards or something like that. Because I had one other person was similar to you that she came on, and it's like, usually she doesn't have an issue, but she could just feel the energy was a little bit different. And I felt it was different when I was facilitating too. So
yeah, now that you, of course, I'm always keen to look here first because that's where I'm at nowadays, is to look right here for, you know, anything in particular in regards to that. And I hadn't even considered that it could be something, you know.
Yeah, it's outside energies and stuff like that. There's just so much happening with stuff. And because we're in community energy, that we can pick that up and it can like come through the fields and stuff. And it's like, I mean, I always said that when I channel, the higher benevolent beings are the only ones that channel through me. But I can't necessarily control the audience as far as that goes. And if they're like, they want to play with the energy and like, oh, well, let me see what I can do here, you know, as far as that goes. But I don't think that person will be coming back. So, because there's, I energetically shield, and I usually just shield myself, but I've been given permission from my higher self to do what I call pushback. It's a pushback shield, and it just pushes back whatever you send me back to you. And so you get to experience all the love that you give me or not love. And
yeah, I kind of like that. You know, that sounds very similar to the way I, you know, when I first started looking at energy, right, and trying to understand and get a handle on what everybody was talking about, because, you know, I really didn't get it at first. And when I was learning about all of that, and learning about protection, personal protection, I always did sort of, for me personally, I was guided to do what I call a permeable mirrored bubble, so that things that were necessary and important for me to receive, no matter what they are, because now I know I didn't get it then, now I do.
Yeah, because
no
my usual shield is what I call a rainbow egg shield. And what it does, it takes the colors of the rainbow with the higher frequency colors, violet closest to you, and it works its way out to the red, which is a lower frequency. And I have those layers 6 inches deep, so that if lower energies are coming through, they might get through to the orange, but they won't get through to like me. But if it's a higher vibration, if it's something that has that violet vibration, that frequency, has no problem cutting through all those other layers, and I get the information I need. And if I'm in a what I call a little bit heavier situation, I extend that 6 inch layers out to 12 inch. So I call it rainbow 6 or rainbow 12, and play with that. And because I usually I don't worry about what it is, but when there's malicious intent involved, we're in an interesting, you know, it's like we choose our reality, but there's still the community energies as far as that goes. And I've just got to be aware of it, because I am so open and I'm such a high level empath and I pick up so much. So I've got to really keep myself healthy. And so I pass the little tips and tricks that I know on to like you and whoever our listeners are. And, you know, I do things in the channel too, but it's like, just play. It's like, I just usually just play and I don't worry about it so much, but I have had a few incidents where it's like, this is interesting.
Yeah. Well, I do see that Patricia Julie Burke has joined us, and she's joined us from Great Britain. I believe that's
Hi, Patricia.
And Stacy Watchell has joined us, and she says,
yes, Stacy and I had a morning conversation, because Stacy is actually going with, we're going to be sharing a cabin, because at this upcoming event in August that I really would like to share with everybody. If you're in the North Carolina area, the Burnsville area or Asheville area, August 4th through the 7th, it's the Appalachia Starseed reunion. And there's camping available, but there's also accommodations off site. It's at the Mount Mitchell Eco Retreat in Burnsville. And it's a beautiful, beautiful mountain. And I'm just really excited about just going. It's like when I saw the post for it, I'm like, I have to be there. I just have to go. And I wasn't intending to facilitate anything. I just knew I had to go and get there. And I saw that they had extended the opening for healers to that date. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe I should see what that shows up as. And I said to my team, I said, the only way I'm going, because I don't rough it, sorry, I may have roughed it in my younger years, and even then it wasn't really a good roughing, is if I had a cabin. And there happened to be 3 left. And I was like, I booked it before and I got it. And so it's like, Stacy and I are going to be sharing that cabin, and a little bit of a drive here and there. And she'll either love me or hate me after that weekend. And
well, I've been in Stacy's presence, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a love fest. So
yeah, it'll be Stacy's short and I'm tall, because I'm like 5'9.5", 5'10", and she said she's 4 foot something. So it ought to be an interesting dynamic as far as that goes. But I'm looking forward to spending time with her too. She's taken a lot of my classes, and she's become a friend, and she's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun when we talk, just talk about stuff.
Well, I'm excited myself because I'm not going to the Appalachian Starseed reunion. However, I'm convinced, and I'm going to go on record right now as saying that I felt immediately when you told me about the Starseed reunion, that that reunion of sorts is actually going to happen here. Not there. I mean, I know you're going to go and you have a great time and meet all those wonderful people, but the truth of the matter is that unless something's changed, the last time I heard, you guys were going to come and stay with Lisa and I too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an overnight with you on that Sunday. We're gonna stop, and I'm gonna be dropping Stacy off, but I'm gonna stay overnight. So we'll be probably spending a good 12 hours together. I don't know if how much of it will be awake or sleep. And then I have a friend that's in Marshall, North Carolina. I'm gonna go up and see her for a couple of days, and then on the way back, I'm all about food. So if you want to get in my good graces, just feed me. I'm just saying, I'm always thinking about food. I love food. So it's like,
well, Lisa and I have a joke that we always talk about, and she says that she came here for the food.
I probably did too.
And as soon as she said that, I was like, oh well, I used to be 490 pounds, so I think that's why I signed on too.
Well, I've been blessed with a high metabolism through most of my life. So it's like at the dinner table, it's like I would eat my plate of dinner. It's like, are you going to finish yours? Can I just have the plate? And I still remember there was a time a friend of mine, her parents were blacktopping the driveway, and they were having beef barbecues. This was in my teen years when I was probably like a size 5'9", 5'10", skinny little thing. And so anyways, I ate too many of these beef barbecues, and I ate 8 of them.
Oh my, okay. Well, Teresa has joined us, and she said that sounds very exciting. I live in Northern VA. I totally get it. I'm not into roughing it either.
Yeah, they have day passes as far as that goes as well. And so if you just even want to come for a day, I'm going to be presenting on Friday evening around 5:30, I believe, 5:30 to 7. I'm going to be facilitating what I call a Starseed communication journey. And I channel this. It's like I connect to these beings in different galaxies. Some are in this galaxy, and I'm not sure where we'll go. If you want an example of it, if you look at my Sirius Starseed celebration video on my YouTube channel, that's similar because we did go to the Sirius Stargate and we got to see some of the beings there. So it's similar to that, but it depends on who shows up for it is where they'll guide me to go. I'll get information probably earlier that day, and they'll say, we want you to take them here and here. And then they'll give me some messages then that I have to go, but then everything else is channeled. It's pretty interesting as far as that goes.
Okay, well, I'll get a link to that one that you just mentioned, and I'll put that in the show more section for anyone that will watch this later.
Yeah, and it was the gateway thing was like really powerful. It got gifts and activations, and it was like, whoa.
Okay.
And even if the gateway's not open anymore, that doesn't mean you can't access those energies through any of my channeling, because the way they tell me, and a lot of people know this, there's no time or space. So any of the videos, whether you're live or whether you're listening to the recording, you get the energies of it perfect for you, because that's the intention of them.
Yeah, it's, you know, when I first started looking into spirituality and trying to get a handle on energies and things like that, I really didn't realize and thought I didn't feel different things, right? But in the noticing now and all these years, right, and having things to compare it to, there is, because even in conversations, higher vibratory conversations, where the energetic beings are in a resonation mode, that energy can indeed be felt. Back in Unconscious Conversation Central, I was contacted all the time by varying different beings saying, oh, I could feel those energies you guys are talking about. And it actually, what I noticed too, is it sort of expands it, so that as more beings find it and their energies amplify it as well, it just amplifies even more.
That's what's really interesting. That's why I like to do the live healings once a month, because I have the group, so you have the group energy as far as that goes. And it's like, that's what makes it. And a lot of times, like, the way I get guided is I'll wake up in the morning, and my team, and I have a lot of my team, my 85 group, and then there's others too, will say, okay, we want you to do like the serious Stargate thing. I'm like, really? Because I wasn't planning on it, but they said they got to do it, and it's got to be this day, and da 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 da. So I decided to go live with it, and I only put it out there. I didn't like market it, but it's like whoever was there. But let's just say some of my other ones, they'll say, we want you to go merge with the Tree of Life today. So I'll just put a text out to like 3 or 4 people. You available at 2 today? We're just going to do a little thing. And then I have the energy of that group that comes across in there. So it's not just me videotaping myself doing the process anymore. I've done that in the past and it worked fine, but that's now, it's like bring community in, bring the group in, and allow that energy to expand through them.
Well, I love that, because it goes one more step to show me what my feeling is, that how power over other is really not supported any longer. It is an open, free, inclusive, inclusive in an open, free way.
If you choose, it's like we all have access to it now. Right. Everybody, but it's your choice. It's your choice. And some will say like, oh my gosh, I'm on this highway, and it's a little scary, and it can be, but you like, okay, so as long as you're moving, it's like, you're not going to get hit. You're just going to like move at whatever your pace is, and don't compare yourself to what others are doing, but have fun with it. It's like, because like when I see myself and it's like the beings show up, and it's like, I tell them, if I'm not going to have fun here, I'm not doing it. I do enough work for you in my downtime when I work with the planet, that in my physical body, in this 3D physical body, I got to have fun, and I got to have joy and bliss. And that's my mission as when I'm in this physical body. I mean, I still do the work for the planet, because like I'm always transmitting energy and I'm downloading codes from Mother Earth. And so that's constant, and it's quite interesting for me. But I did see if I can explain this. For those of you who know me, that I'm just outside the box, but I do an update your body computer. And I've done that for myself several times. And so I had someone who assisted, and they could see that these information that comes through downloads through me, and then it comes through me, and then the codes go through Mother Earth. And there's just so much information with the changes on the planet right now that it gets bottlenecked. And it's like, if there's this urgency. And last couple of weeks, it's like off and on, it's like I felt itchy. My body was itchy, and I could just see like the wiring in my system was frayed. And I'm like, oh, it's like it's burning up. And then I reached out to someone because I literally was itching all over my body. And if I would have scratched it, there was no rash, no nothing to show that there was any irritation. I would have scratched my legs bare blood because it itched that bad. So I was doing all I could not to. So what we saw was around chakra 12, the information that was coming from source for the planet was coming in. So it would come like a V. So it was like this. And then it would come down to shock my soul star. And then it was like this. So it was just like encompassing my body. And then it would flow through me. So we expanded this, which was like probably to my body, because that's about the way I had my cord, to arm's length, and expanded it out. So now that the data is coming through the energy, the codes are actually coming through my energy field. And there's not the urgency to have to shove it through my body to get it to Mother Earth. So it's not bottlenecking anymore. And I just did that 2 days ago, and I'm not itching anymore, just like that. And I feel different. So I'm still integrating, because it's different. It feels different having the codes coming through me still, but not as concentrated and still coming through my fields. It's wild. It's just wild.
Well, that's really very interesting. And you just did that just recently, huh? Is that on your channel? Is that something you did?
No, that's something that was private. That was private. That
Gotcha.
I just work with. What I do is I can see stuff, and there's like 1 or 2 people that I'll work with because they can see things differently than I do. So I can get their perspective of what they see. And then I move the energy based on what they're seeing. And if I agree with what they're seeing, because once it comes into the field, it's like, it's easier for me to see because I have a knowing. It's like, I just knew something wasn't right. But I can see it on other people really easy. But when you're in it yourself, it can be a little challenging. So it's nice to have that support system of somebody else who can see and work with it. And I'm really grateful for that. I have that backup, that I found that in community as far as that goes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I know exactly how you feel about that. I've been very fortunate in that I've found someone like that for myself. As in the human design, as a projector, what they call a seer, I've come to know that it's very easy for me to see into your field, not so easy to see into my own. And so, that's why, yes, I do look. It's not that I don't look. I do look.
Yeah, because I look and I can see stuff, but sometimes I can't quite identify the source of it. It's like sometimes it's a puzzle, and all I need is like one piece of the puzzle to see it, and then I can pull those other pieces in. But just getting that initial piece sometimes is like, seriously? It's like, why do I have to work so hard for that? But I'm so grateful.
Well, I'd like to ask you something, because you do have clients, all right? And as you know, I don't actually work with clients. I have viewers and, folks that will contact me for readings and things like that, because I really haven't put myself out there as, anything to help anyone, although I'm beginning to step into that role, because I do know that I do that.
You do bring value. It's about really understanding our value and what we can bring to the table, and everybody has value. Everybody.
Absolutely.
You want to have fun with whatever value you're doing. You want to have fun when you bring it to the table, because if it's like work and it's like, you're not really bringing value, you're bringing that energy with you. So exactly. It's like I just always want to be in joy and bliss, and I love being in the energies and playing. It's like I don't like to say I work with clients. I like to say I play with clients.
Right. Well, see, I feel the same way, actually, because all of this is play to me. And I've said many times, I love the way you put that. We've been joined by someone called Blessed by the Rest, and says, hello, Radiant Ones. So I wanted to let you know that.
Hello, Blessed by the Best.
So as someone who is now beginning to view, beginning to look to a view as that, to do that, to begin to schedule folks, perhaps, I don't know yet how it's going to look, what it's going to do, but I'm wondering if you're finding the same thing that I'm feeling, okay? And that is, anyone and everyone who has followed this channel for any length of time knows that I feel very specific. Everyone has to find their own way. And really, that's what I really has drawn me to you, to folks like Crystal, Lisa, Flamino Rush. It's we are all finding our own way, and everyone will do that. And it feels to me like, for me anyway, I feel like, ooh, okay, so this is just coming to me. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I'm getting my own answer to my own question is what's happening here. Because it's about me. It's always about me. Every conversation we have is always about me. I'm sorry, just everybody has to get over it.
I'm always on board. I'm like, it's highly entertaining because sometimes I can see what you're going to say before you say it, and I also see how it's like evolving. And I'm like, just wait for it, because that's what I've been doing over here. Just wait for it. Just
thank you. Because I'm a big proponent of everybody, because first of all, for me, I had to get to know me. How the hell do I know exactly what all mine, because I can't tell you how many people, what's my purpose? I know I got a purpose. We all got a purpose. That's one of the very first questions I started asking.
Yeah, and I get that from clients a lot. And it's like, first of all, I ask them what they're doing in their life that brings them bliss. That's like the first thing. Well, what brings you joy? Because I had someone, she
Right.
did like writing and stuff like that. And she was like an advocate for stuff and she loved it. I said, well, I think you found your purpose. She's like in her 70s. I'm pretty sure you found your purpose because that brings you joy and bliss. It's like, we are here to experience this earthly experience.
Yep.
And when somebody asks me that, it's like, well, you want to find what brings you joy and bliss. It's like, as society, we've been brought up that we have to measure our success by how much financial security we have or how much money we make. And I think, the financial part is important, but I also have found, because I've, evolved over, I used to be in corporate, years ago. I just do it I do bliss, I do fun, and money shows up for me, whatever I need. Maybe I don't have I'm not worried about a huge amount, but all my needs are always met. I have to tell you, because it's like manifested. So it's like, I'm going up to the Starseed reunion and I haven't really bought clothes because it's like, I really just like staying in my house and not really doing a whole lot. And I don't really need extra clothes, but I've lost some weight through my detox thing that I did last month. And it's like, I could use a few things. And so I was at friends and we did some trades, and I was in her pool. We were playing in the saltwater pool because that was really good. That really helped to evolve the whole, expand your conduit. And I had my long sleeve shirt and I put it over my suit, so it was wet. So I said, well, I'm probably going to need a long sleeve shirt if you have one. And she gave it to me, and she goes, well, but don't take it home with you. You're gonna need it. I need it back, because it was like something that she wore all the time. So I'm, all this stuff, and we did all this stuff, and I'm leaving and I'm driving, I'm going out of her development. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, I got her shirt on. Gotta go back. So I was ready at the gate to leave her community. I do a U-turn and I'm driving back, and I hear my team say, ask her if she'll trade the shirt for some capris. I'm like, okay, sure will. So she heard me pull in the driveway. She opened up, is everything okay? I said, yeah, I got your shirt. So I'm taking her shirt off. I said, so do you want to trade this for some capris? She goes, oh my gosh. She just was ready to empty, when it's trying to clean out her closet. She goes, you're going to help me clear out my closet. So it's like, I ended up with a half a dozen pair of capris, some extra t-shirts. And it's like, thank you. Because it's like, now it's like, I don't have to and she's shorter than I am, and she had adjusted them for the length, and they fit me like right below the knee. So they look like Bermuda shorts, and I'm tall, and I've always worn them like mid calf, and it's like, these look good on me. That's like, I'm gonna rock these. I was just so excited, because it's like, so now I don't have to go looking for any kind of clothes that I got to take up to the Starseed reunion, because I've got rocking shorts and some great t-shirts, and it's like, how does it get better than that? It's like, how does it get easier than this? It's like, this is so much fun. I was like so tickled. And so you just listen to the universe. It's like I put it out there that this is what I was looking for. And if I wouldn't have forgotten to take her shirt off, I wouldn't have gone back, asked the question that just put me in abundance of that. And it was like, wow. And it's like, because it's like 6-7 pairs plus t-shirts. It's like, that's a good budget. It's like, but there was no financial exchange.
Right.
But I have abundance all the time. It's like, it just shows up magically for me. And I'm always just grateful.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I'm really glad that everything worked out about the Starseed reunion, because you and I actually, we tried to get together when I went to my trip in Georgia, but that just didn't work out.
Yeah, but things fell too, because the person I was coming up to see, her mother came in, and I couldn't come that week anyhow, and I was also detoxing, big time detoxing.
So it worked out perfectly.
It worked out perfect to switch it all out. So I'm good with that, because it was like, it wasn't just you, it was me too, because I didn't feel like I could travel, because I was in heavy detox, because I was guided to do a detox. I didn't do the live in June. So I was like, I had 3 weeks of, I think I'm going to die. It was like the darkness was like, okay. But I felt after I got through it, it's like, I felt better than I did before it. So, but I had to go, it's like I had to go into the pit to come out into the light again.
So I want to just tell everybody one more time about the Appalachian Starseed reunion while I have it up on my screen here. It is August 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th of 2022, Mount Mitchell Eco Retreat, Burnsville, North Carolina. And Julia will be facilitating on one of the nights. Which night again now, sweetheart?
Friday. It'll be Friday, like 5:30 to 7, and we'll do a group circle, and everybody can sit around, and it's by donation. So there's, it's like whatever you can donate, that would be great, but it's not expected. I'm also going to be facilitating one-on-one healing sessions. If you want to sign up for those too. I'm not quite sure my schedule yet, or how many I'm going to make available, because I want to experience and just be in the bliss and not really work so much. But I was guided that I should at least make a few available for people. So yes.
Okay, awesome. Well, and so I know Teresa said she wasn't into roughing it either, but so unfortunately camping is apparently all that's left as far as, is that right?
On site, but there are
On-site.
accommodations like in Burnsville and nearby communities, and there are day passes available as well. So, and there's weekend passes for those of you, it's like, God bless you, that love to camp and love to rough it. I would love to see you there and just sit down and have a chat with you and share some time with you. So,
and I will put a link in the show more section, but it is Appalachia Starseed.com, or let's see, I want to get that
Appalachia Starseed reunion.com.
Right.
And I can make sure we get all the links and stuff too. So we'll put them in the
awesome. Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, I really appreciate you coming and catching up with me. I know I'm really looking forward to you and Stacy actually coming here. I don't know why, but I kind of felt like when all of that took place, when you guys were talking, and it came to me that you guys were going to be coming here, I said,
yeah, because you sent the invite. You sent the invite out to me, and I can't. And it's like, to me, it was like, wow. It's like, because that was manifested too, because we leave on Sunday, in early afternoon, and I can't go to my next destination till Monday. So I needed a place to stay Sunday night. So I was like, well, how does it get better than that? Stacy's asking me to come. I mean, Sheila's coming asking me to come and stay, and I'm dropping Stacy off there anyhow. So it's like, oh, it's like, so the universe just always provides. The divine timing is just always so perfect of how it works out. And I get so excited for it. It's like, I just do. It's like I just take that moment and just appreciate each moment that I get.
Yeah. I just feel like it's a it's an expansion or a holdover or a continuation of what you'll be experiencing over the weekend. Because the name of it and the fact that the two of you are coming here into our, what I will call our portal here where we are, till like I said, when all of this first came up, I actually even said to Lisa, I said, oh, they both think they're going over there for a Starseed reunion. Nope. The actual Starseed reunion is right here, right here.
Well, I was really guided to go up there because connections, to make new connections, because I've been working with, the multidimensional beings for years, and it's like, and I'm a multidimensional being. My cat's a multidimensional being that goes in and out of different dimensions, and so it's like, I don't know what the connections are going to show up as, but I always listen to when I'm guided to go somewhere, when it's really strong, and then it just unfolds, boom, boom, boom. So it's like, to me, it's like, if I would have come up and it worked out that I came up the first week of July and then I found about this, I wouldn't have done it again. So it was like, it just made this available. And so it's like, I always like, if one door closes, something else is opening up, and it's like even better. So just go with it.
Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that. Well, Stacy, oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Blessed by the Best said, I'm 6 foot tall. Jeans and pants are tricky. And Stacy said, I would give you the 1.5-inch I cut off, laughing my butt off, she said, because, she's so tiny. Blessed by the Best said, Julia is so contagious. I just love it so much.
Thank you.
And Stacy's in full agreement. She said, yes, she is.
Well, it's like, I've been recognized by my laugh, and I can't help it. It's like, I just find joy in everything. It's like, even the bad stuff, it's like, wow, isn't this interesting? And it's like, I just bring the vibration because your laughter does it. And when I was working corporate, they always knew when I was there because they recognized my laugh as far as that goes. So thank you for recognizing that. And it's like, if you feed me, blessed by the best ever time, it's like, I'll even be more contagious. Because it's like, I just like, you'll just see me loving the food and like just really being in that my joy spot, because it's like, I just still love food. I can't help it. But I love life. I just love my life and where I've come to, and where and being able to share the energies and play with the energies as far as that goes, and what I learn about myself through my clients. And I do have a group, and I do a group transformation program. If anybody's interested, I do it. This will be the 3rd time this year. I only do it like 3 or 4 times a year. I'm only doing it 3 times this year. And it's limited to 6 to 8 people. It starts September 11th, is a Sunday. And we meet every Sunday for 5 weeks via phone. And it's about building your spiritual infrastructure and clearing. And 50% of it's structured the way my team has showed me. Is like, I've got to teach this, this, and this. And the other 50% is organic, based on who signs up and what energies they need to personally shift. So I'm excited about that. I just set the dates out, and it's out there. And I think if you register by the end of August, you can save $100. So it's like only $197 with the early registration. So you're getting 5 things. And Stacy's been part of it. She's taken it a couple times, and I've had some others that have taken it. But that's a lot of fun, because it's like, I can see through the phone, like, and I'll say, so anybody want to share their experience? And it's like, I don't have words. Well, does anybody who has words want to share their experience as far as that goes? So I make it fun, and it's a good time. And it's only limited, like I said, 6 to 8 people is our max on that. So if that's something you want to build your spiritual infrastructure, and like, I hear a question, so what is spiritual infrastructure? So it's about merging and connecting with the 3 levels of your higher self. It's about merging with your light bodies. It's about merging with the 12 aspects of your soul. It's about creating your teams that can go out and manifest and create for you. And it's about building that. And each time you do this group thing, you go at a deeper consciousness level, which raises your vibration and gives you even more availability to do that. And a lot of clearing happens as well. So a lot of fun.
All right, awesome. Well, you'll make sure I get a link to put in the show more section for where folks can go and sign up for that
Okay,
too, right?
thank you.
Okay, so we'll put that in the show more section.
But if
for the-
anybody's like in the comments that has a question about it, I'd be happy to answer that now if you want to put that out there.
Yeah, Blessed by the Best said it's her beautiful laugh. So she picked up exactly what, and I don't know when she put that, probably before you said that. And Patricia said, lovely spending time with you all. Joy spots, cool. Blessed by the Best said, I think I found both of you ladies on Watchers Talk. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what Watchers Talk is.
I don't either. So Blessed by the Best, please share with us what we are appearing on.
I would like to know if I'm on, like, my multi-dimensional self is doing something else when I'm not aware. I mean, I know there's a lot of things it's doing, but it's like if it's showing up in the 3D world, you know.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised though. I would like to know what it is, but Conscious Conversation Central, there was a time or two where there was some, clips taken and shown elsewhere of me. So I would like to know what Watchers Talk is, though. That's very interesting. If you wouldn't mind sharing that, Blessed by the Best, I would love to know what that's about. So, well, I really appreciate your coming in and hanging out with me today, my love.
Yep, this was awesome.
I personally have been in a very weird space. And so please forgive me because I feel, and I also feel right now, a little bit spacey, like not all here.
Well, let's just bring our bodies into balance, everybody. So let's just close our eyes, take a couple nice deep breaths. Just visualize yourself as a tree, because that's where they're taking me. You can be any tree you want. Imagine your legs are the trunk of the tree. So you might feel a little bark on your legs, but see, know, or feel the roots coming out now. And these are magical roots. And they're just going down, down, down and connecting with the heart of Mother Earth, sending all her nutrients and love back to you. Whatever you need, fully grounding you and anchoring you into the planet. And now we're just going to bring your bodies into balance. We're going to bring the physical into balance, your etheric body into balance, your emotional body into balance. A little resistance there for some of you. The mental body and all your spiritual bodies can align now. You're fully in your body, fully anchored to earth, fully connected. How's that feeling? A little bit better?
Yeah, a little bit better.
A little bit.
I actually, when I feel so fortunate that you contacted me and said, hey, I'm confirming our 2 o'clock today. Because I told you I was like buried and, deep into some work. And so I'm so glad that you did, because I, at that point, did stop what I was doing and go meditate. And yet it's like it wasn't.
I think it's really challenging energetically these times, at least for us who tend to not be in our bodies. For me, it's like I have to really be in my body, conscious of it. And I'll tell you the importance of being grounded in your body, because it's nice to be floating out there. Da, 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 da. But in these times, we need to be grounded because we're holding so much light. And if we're not grounded, it's just like an extension cord that's not a grounded plug. We're just going to blow our bodies out. So it's important to be grounded. I know probably 15 years ago, because my team came to me and I used to astral travel consciously a lot. And they said, we're gonna have to clip your wings for a while because you just like being out there too much. And we really need you grounded to hold all this new light that's coming in over the next, and a lot of it is. And I probably, if I wouldn't have learned how to stay in my body, I don't know if I'd physically be on the planet anymore, because there's just so much energy that comes through. So you have to have compassion for yourself and just know that the energies can be challenging on some days. And so just self-compassion, do the best you can, and whatever the best year is as good as it gets, and just go with it.
Yep, that's where I'm at at this juncture because I'm not going to be upset with myself for any kind of reason anymore. So that works. That works wonders for me. So
Yep.
so thank you for that, Julia. Well, I want to thank everyone who joined us today.
Yep.
And just to remind you all again that Julia will be offering a presentation on Friday evening. And that is the 5th, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right, August the 5th at the Appalachia Starseed reunion. If you go to Appalachia,
Burnsville, North Carolina. Yep.
Yep, Burnsville, North Carolina. And
But
we'll
if-
have all the links in the show.
Yeah, we'll have
notes
all the
section.
links and check out my YouTube channel. And if Sheila, I'm 12. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I'm 12 subscribers from hitting my 2,000 mark.
Oh, how awesome for you, man. I'm so glad. Listen, I had a right at a little over 2,000 when Conscious Conversation Central was removed from YouTube. And it's been a while to get to over 400 on my channel. So I will say, please, now, if you're at my channel now, if you click on channels, you'll see that Julia Stubbe, the Galactic channel's email or YouTube is connected there on my channel. You just click there and go to her channel and subscribe as well. If you're new here, please do subscribe here, like and share the video if you feel so led, as that's supposed to help the algorithms, but because of my name and all of that, I get actually suppressed quite a bit. So that's it for us, unless you have anything else, my love.
Nope. This is great. Thanks for those who showed up, and thanks who are listening, whether live or to the recording.
Yes.
Great one. Awesome.
Until we meet again, everyone, please do move toward that which brings you joy in each moment that presents itself to you. You can't go wrong, if you ask me. So, bye.